Hi fam. Hi fam. Welcome to Electron FX, and this is our called synthetic indices weekly outlook. Right. This is where we come together to look at potential trade ideas for the week and what we expect on the market. I've done that for currency pairs, and I've posted the trade markups in my Telegram channel. So if you want to have the markups, you want to have them, just go to my Telegram channel and you will view all of them there. So do well to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and join the Telegram channel. Right, join the Telegram channel with the link in description. Right, so just join with the link in the description on the Telegram channel so you can have access to our markups, our mentorship program information, and our promo course. You're currently running a promo, right? Today is the second to last day. It's ending tomorrow, so you can do well to join and hit me up and all of that. So let's go straight to the business of the day, and which is the currency outlook. I mean the synthetic indices outlook. So the first thing first, you have to go to the daily time frame. This is volatility 10. As you can see, the first thing you do, you go to the daily time frame. You can see that this market has been really bearish. It has been trending down for quite a number of months, right? Because this is a daily time frame, a considered number of months. So the thing important is in the current market information, right? And based on the current market information, you can see that. Let's remove all the drawing tools. That you can see if you draw a trend line, right? We draw a trend line from here to here. You can see the market was kind of trending downwards, and as you can see, using the line, the polyline tool, you can see this our lower high, our lower low, our lower high, our lower low, our lower high, our lower low, our lower high, and then our lower low. So this you can see the market has clearly broken structure to the upside. So this market is officially a bullish market. So now we have seen that the market is a bullish market. And you know that markets in the bullish market, you expect the market to do this, to make higher highs and higher lows. So that means after the market pushes up, you expect to retrace, then come back down and all of that. So as you can see, this market has broken strong to the upside, and we expect this market to come down to form what's a higher low. So we're expecting this higher low to be formed, right? So looking out for a higher low around there, somewhere around there, looking for that higher low to be formed, right? So looking out for the higher low, we want to see the higher low being formed at this area, right? The market must have to retrace to give us the higher low before continuing all the way. We're looking for the higher low to continue buying the market up, right? So that's what we're anticipating on this market. So this market is seriously bullish. We had a break of structure and all of that. Now, where are we looking at for a buy setup? So looking at this candle here is my kind of interest because this is an institutional candle. It's a candle, it's an order block, a candle with a lot of orders. There are no institutional candles by the kind of orders that accompany them. So this is our area of interest. We're looking to buy in this region. So we can come to our smaller time frame, like the 4 hour, to see if we can find any good setup there. Any area for a buy in that region which we have marked out. So let us zoom out to see. Right. So it's somewhere around there, right? Somewhere around there. We're looking for that buy around there, this area. So looking out for the buy. So we can simply label this as our potential area for reaccumulation. Potential area for reaccumulation. I don't want to talk too much about this. Potential area for reaccumulation. So that means we want to see that's why come schematic. We want to see that lower time frame break of structure. That means we want to see the markets coming to this region, give us the break of structure, and then we buy from this region, right? So since you're looking at a buy here, let's look at the current market information. Let's look at the current market information, right? We cannot just wait for this. We have to find a way to sell into this region, then we take our buy, right? So let us look at this. Now look at a 4 hour time frame. So our higher high, our higher low, we want to sell into this zone. So we're not looking for entries, we're looking for some possible entries, right? So we saw our higher high, right? So as you can see, this was the last structural points you can find there. Okay. So the markets make a higher high and higher low. So This was the last higher high, and then you can see there was a break of structure on this market because the market closed below the last higher low. So now we're looking out for a sell opportunity. So we're looking to sell from here down here. So looking at this region, I can see another block here, this last buy candle before this sell. So I'm looking at the market to retrace into this zone to give us our lower high and then sell all the way down to our daily point of interest. So I'm assessing this on the volatility 10, right? So the market to retrace into this area, give us that lower time frame break of structure, and then we sell all the way into this region, then we buy. So we are expecting a sell to buy on this week. So the market to give us this and then buy massively to this point, then sell, and then from here it's continue to buy. So I'm assessing on the volatility 10 market for this week, right? So I'm assessing on the volatility 10 market for this week, right? For this week. We want to sell from here and then is it. So I'm copying this right now. I'm posting it in the Telegram channel. So if you want to have this markup, you want to follow it up, you want to make a trade with it, just join my Telegram channel and you have access to all of that, right? You have access to all of that. So I'm posting it now. All right, so let's go to the next assets. We'll just be doing just four and we're done. Let's go to the most popular one, which is volatility 75. This is the most popular traded asset in the synthetic pair, the volatility 75, right? So let's remove all this markup here. Let's go to the daily time frame. Remember, you always start your analysis on the daily time frame before the smaller ones, right? So now we can see that this daily time frame is pretty bullish. We had a sell structure from here, right? Drawing our trend line, right? You know, the usual thing, you can see something like a sell structure here. And then there was a break of structure. Markets closed above this higher low, above this lower high, sorry. So we saw the markets came into this other block, this last buy candle, this last second, sorry, and we saw that it tapped it, and then we had a break of structure, right? We saw a higher high. So this is a higher low. We expect this market to close above this region, right? So this market to close above here, right? Because this is a bullish market. So we're looking out for buy opportunities. Now, remember the market makes series of higher highs and higher lows, series of higher highs and higher lows, all right? Okay. All right, I've posted the link in my channel. All right, so remember the markets make series of higher highs and higher lows, right? So we saw a break of structure, our higher high, right? So we can just mark those places. This is our higher high. This is the break of structure, the high. This is the higher low. This area here I'm marking. This is our higher low. This point here. So since the market to close above here to give us that new higher high. So I expect this market to break above this region to give us a higher high, right? So now how do we look out for trading opportunities in this market? So let's go to a smaller time frame, like the 4 hour. Let's see what the 4 hour is doing, right? So we're looking for trade ideas for the week, right? All right. So based on the 4 hour, this market is pretty bullish, right? There's no break of structure yet. Based on the 4 hour, what do I mean? We're seeing our higher high, right? Higher low, higher high. I think the market is forming a higher low now. So I'm saying the market to break upwards, right? So I'm saying the market to break upwards to continue running upwards. Let's check the 2 hour time frame to see if there's anything of interest on the 2 hour time frame, right? Let's check the 2 hours to see if we can find anything on the 2 hour. Okay, all right. Let's zoom in a bit to see if we can find any potential trading idea. All right, I'm seeing something here. Can you see that there's a kind of demand zone here at this region here? So we may likely have a buy inside this region, right? So we have a buy inside here, and then we'll be looking at taking profit at the previous side. So let's look at this region for our buy. Inside this region, we're looking to this region here, looking for a buy here. As you can see, this is a demand. Look at if you're extending to the future, that's a zone, a very good zone to buy from. So expect the market to just tap into this region and give us that buy. And where will our CP be? Our CP will be up here. So we can simply mark this way, and then we're taking the profit here. So this is where we're looking at, right? For short term, right? So we're looking at the buy into the sell into this zone, and then the buy all the way up here, right? So that is it about volatility 75. Let me paste that markup as well. Posting it in the Telegram channel. Right. Let's look at the next assets. We didn't just 4 today, just 4. This is the third one now. I don't want to make this video so long. Right. Okay. Let's go to our daily time frame. That's the first time frame of interest. All right. So looking at the D1 of this market. All right. So let's zoom out a bit. You can start from the past. You can see the market is making higher high, higher low. Right. So we always start analysis from the past, then we'll just into the future. This is our higher high, our higher low, our higher high, our higher low, and then this was the last higher high. Right. This was the last higher low, higher high, and then look at closely. If you look closely, we had a break of structure here because the market closed below this last higher low. Look at this. This market broke structure here. So we have a bearish market on this market, as you can see. The market came into that last buy candle before the break of structure. As you can see, it was that last buy candle. Let me remove this so I can drag it down. Right. So we saw the market do this. This is the last buy candle. Market came into that supply zone, gave the lower high, and then this market is going to sell down to form a new lower low. So this market will sell down to give us a new lower low. So this market is pretty bearish. Let me see if there's any potential trade idea. Any potential trade idea for this market? Okay, nothing yet. Market is heavily bearish. Nothing of interest. Let me check the 2 hour. We'll see if there's anything of interest. Any potential trading idea on the 51s. So I'm looking at for now. Okay. All right. No potential idea yet. Nothing of interest. Apart from, okay, I'm seeing something now. That is if it's going to eventually play out. I can see some kind of liquidity grab here. So the markets may or may not. So market may come into this last buy candle that took out liquidity at this point. I mean, this liquidity here, the market took out liquidity, right? And then broke structure to the downside. It broke this structure. That means, all right, let us expect this. I'm expecting this may be the last buy before the final. So let the market to come into this region and then fall, right? So let's keep an eye on that. That is it, about 50s, right? That's the only potential idea I can see on that, and I'm posting in the channel right ahead, right? Right, so I'm posted it now. Let's look at the last one for today. Let's look at maybe the crash and the boom. Let's look at crash 500. Let's look at crash 500. You know the drill. Start on the daily time frame to analyze it. All right, so go to the D1. Okay. All right, let's remove all this. Let's zoom in. All right, now looking at the daily time frame, you can see that this market has been pretty bullish for a while, broke structure to the upside, and then I think that this market is now bearish. Let's look at the 4 hour to confirm this. I'm seeing a bearish structure now. The market has kind of broken structure to the downside. This may just be a daily retracement, but let us confirm that. All right, so let's check the 4 hour. The 4 hour. I like using 4 hour for structure. So you can see that the market was making a series of higher highs and higher lows. You can see our higher high, our higher low. You can see the market forming a bullish structure. You can see the bullish structure here. And then this was the last push. Now we can see this market has clearly broken. So this is a clear break of structure to the downside, right? So you can see that this market is likely going to sell down. So this whole area becomes my area of interest. This last series of buy sell candles, or the case may be. So I'm looking at this whole region for a sell, right? I'm looking for a sell in this region here. The market eventually comes there, looking for that lower time frame break of structure because the area is quite large. So I'm looking for the market to give us that break of structure in this region, and then we sell down. Where will be our targets? I'm looking at here for my profits. I can see liquidity building around there. So I'm looking at this. I was expecting the market to give that buy here and then fall all the way into this point. All right, so that is about crash 500. I'm posting this in the group as well. All right, I'm posting this in the group as well, Telegram channel as well. So just do what to join, right, to have access to all of this. So let us look at the next one. Let us look at step index, and that will be the final one. Step Index. But before we look at Step Index, Electronic First mentorship program is still ongoing, right? We are still accepting students. We teach you how to trade. We have a platform to help you earn while you learn. Okay. We have a platform to help you earn while you learn and all of that. So for Step Index, using the D1 time frame, we can see that this market has been bearish for a while, but using the current structure, we saw our lower high, our lower low. So because this quite below this, this is a 2 hour to see this clearly. This is our 2 hour to see clearly. All right, this market has been pretty bearish and expecting a very good reversal buy on this market, right? So using the 2 hour time frame, we can now say, okay, this is our lower level. You can see that there was a break of structure in this market, right? And this candle took out stop loss before breaking structure. So we can highlight this last sell candle as our candle of interest, right? And then you see the market has started already. Wow, this is going to be a good buy. So I expect this market to buy from here. All right, so we'll be looking to buy from here to this new high. So this will be our target profit. All right, our first target profit should be this high, right? So this will be a very good setup. Let me look at the 1 hour to see that anything of interest on the 1 hour. This has kind of moved. Wow. Okay. So we can see the pin bar, the market situation at that candle is going to buy all the way to this zone, right? So that is it about Step Index. I expect this market to buy here. We're looking at this place for TP. Our first TP will be here at this week here. So it's be a very nice buy. More than 50, okay, about 40 something points, right? So I'm looking at that. So that will be all for now. Our mentorship program is still ongoing. If you want to join, we are doing an S-Mass promo and it has been on for the past 3 days. This is the 4th day. After today and then tomorrow, we are done with it, and then life goes on. All right. If you want to join my mentorship program, do well to hit the link in the description, and we'll see you in class. So that will be the end. If you want to have access to all these posted markups, just come to my Telegram channel. You have access to them. Have a wonderful Sunday. Cheers and God bless. End there. All right. Bye bye.